Hello, my name is Ariel, like the mermaid, and I've been vlogging for about half a year now, I think, and it's been going pretty well. I've been wanting to start, doing vlogging for quite a while. I think a few years now I've kind of had an interest in possibly doing it, and then I finally, last year, I guess it was last year, depending on what your perspective of what a year is, then yeah, last year I decided to start doing it. I think it's been going pretty well. But I think one thing I really want to encourage is I want to encourage people to give feedback and kind of, tell me what's working and what's not, and what kind of videos they like and what kind of things they might want to see more of. I mean, that'd be really great because honestly, I'm still kind of figuring out how to do this thing, and I don't really know. Most of the videos I've done, I kind of will just, write a few things down in a notebook and kind of be like, oh, okay, this is the topic, and then I should probably talk about this, this, and this, and then I just kind of go for it and kind of have that as a reference, and then I, ramble on and try to edit it in a way that it's not going on forever, but usually that doesn't work and it still goes on forever, but hopefully there's a few less parts where I'm just what am I gonna say? Oh my god, this is gonna be so annoying to edit. That's kind of what I end up seeing when I'm editing it, because I do that a lot during the vlogs, but you don't see it because I cut it out, and so you hopefully see just a nice clean thing where I'm just talking, and I occasionally ramble incoherently a little bit, but try to make it just more concise than it is. But I'm trying to figure out, I'm still trying to figure out what's the best way to approach, making these vlogs is. And with one of my recent ones, the one about political correctness, which one is actually one that at this moment when I'm recording this, I haven't actually uploaded yet because I just filmed all the last 3 ones I did, including this one, just all in one kind of go, and I'm just gonna edit them, and it might take a while to edit, so there might be a delay between when they're released, but they were all kind of filmed in one sitting and taking forever and stuff, and I'm just rambling on, and that's okay. This isn't really an important video. The point is, that one I tried to do a little bit more scripted, but the political correctness one, I tried to make it a little bit, since I had just had a lot to talk about, and I thought that it was an issue I didn't really want to just kind of ramble on about, because then it would just be a huge mess and it would go on for a half hour. So I tried to kind of plan that one out a little. I didn't really script it, I don't really like the idea of, right now I don't really like the idea of just scripting these, because I think it just kind of makes it feel a little bit more impersonal and insincere and, a bit too planned. I just don't, I think one time, and also I'm just not going to be able to memorize a script, so I'll basically be just reading a script, or the very first one I did, which was the, I think it said Ariel introduction, what is genderqueer or whatever. I had you'll notice if you watch that, I'm kind of going like this. I'm kind of going like this, and you can tell that I'm reading off of a thing, and I tried to kind of just glance at it, and then, but then it looked like I was just reading it, and it, you could, I don't know, maybe other people didn't notice, but it just didn't seem right to me, and there's no way I'm going to write a whole script and memorize it in one day, and, that's just a bit too much to asking myself, and I think in some ways I think it's better, and it makes me feel like I'm actually just, talking about an issue rather than just kind of, making it a little bit too rehearsed. But, at the end of the day, with the political correctness one, I kind of tried to, plan it out, go a bit more in detail which points I want to get to when, just so that so that there was a little bit more structure, so that I could try to actually feel like I kind of addressed the whole thing. But, I'd be curious to, how what people like about the videos, what kind of doesn't work, what kind of videos you want to see more of, what kind of things I can do to especially if there's other vloggers out there, who know a thing or two, about editing and about doing these vlogs, if there's any kind of tips you have, that would be great, appreciated, and just in general, I think I always like it when people leave comments. I think when it's great when we can actually interact and we can actually have like a conversation. I think that's great, and that's kind of something I'd like to do with these videos. So just any kind of feedback is appreciated. But I'm still figuring out this whole vloggy thing, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But the point is, I mean, if like it starts, if I start transforming if my style starts changing in a certain way or whatever, I do want people to be able to, if they like that, then tell me if it's working, or and if you don't really like it and you think it's better a way I was doing it before or whatever, then tell me that too. Like because I'm just figuring it out, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So.